Yo, Tony D here. Got a special presentation for Alan. Shout out to Alan. Met him at the comic shop today, and he is on a mission. He is searching. He's completing I think it's the first run of Star Wars, man. He was getting after it, and I believe he's going to do it. He was that determined, digging, and it was such a pleasure to meet him. It inspired me a little bit to get into my Star Wars stuff. Don't have a whole lot, but it's definitely worthy. And I told him I'd make him a little video, man, like just kind of, spur it on some more. So we'll start off with Star Wars. Darth Maul, Death Sentence. Now this cover on here is just fantastic. I totally love the way that he looks. That's what Alan looked like searching for them books, man. Dead set on getting it done. Love it. Lineal U, totally love this cover. When this came out, for some reason, I had to have it. With the whole, just the use of the negative space or the space and just the melted red. It's just, he really outdid himself on that one. But that's Star Wars. Darth Vader, 43. Cool cover. Dig it. Here's a little random one. War of the Bounty Hunters. Love me some Boba Fett. And also, I was getting into the other bounty hunters in this series. It's pretty cool. If my nephew's watching, he might be, man. I need to turn him on to that. He loves stormtroopers, but I got to get him in some bounty hunter action. Let's get him in there. Dark Droids, totally was into this series when it came out. This was really good. I bought a lot of variant covers, and I believe this is one. This is it has like a foil on R2-D2's dome. It's pretty cool. But yeah, when this came out, I was all in on Dark Droids. Issue 1. Lineal U did a bunch of the covers, and he was rocking it. This story, actually, it's a great story where, just give you a little rundown if you're not familiar, a sentient AI, infects the droids and just takes over. It's pretty big. Darth Vader even gets into it with him. It's a good fight, but I definitely recommend this if you're into Star Wars. Another Ken Lashley cover, another variant. So that's how much I was into it. I was getting the variants like crazy. Number 2, totally love this cover. Look at CP3O looking menacing. It gosh, in the tagline they had, first it comes for the metal, and you know what's next. Yeah, man, totally dig that. 2, I believe this is Ken Lashley. This is second printing. Lashley, man, he was nailing it on some covers. Still does. Number 3. Yeah, Darth Vader gets involved, so it's cool. That tagline, man, that's really cool. Yeah, it's Lashley. Boom, issue 4. I mean, it's a heavy, it's a small pile, but it's heavy Dark Droids because I love my horror. Yeah, this is really cool. Doo-Dog getting infected. Oh yeah. Issue 5. Man, that's a sweet cover. Love that's your main antagonist, the Scourge. It's really, the story really builds up nicely with how it starts out, and then it progresses with, his AI. Oh man, it's horrific. You'll probably be shocked with it being a Star Wars type story, but variant cover. This one's hard to see a little bit. It's pretty dark. It's another Lashley. No, this is Declan Shalvey. Yeah, totally love his work. So I had to get it. He's got a pretty unique style. Love it, man. Love it. Legacy. Star Wars Legacy. Man, I bought this like early 2000s, I believe. It was like 25 cents. And this is like the first cover appearance of Darth Talon. Um, really nice to have in the collection. Totally digging it. Boom. This is a good one. Jango Fett, Open Seasons. This one's full of first appearance of Jango's father. It says, Comic Key Collector says it's the first appearance of Darth Tyrannus, but then it says first appearance in an original story. So sometimes I get confused with what they're defining there, but I don't know, man. Alan, if you're watching, let us know. I trust your information. You were dead set on it. You can tell you were a Star Wars fan. Also, first appearance of his sister, Arlifet Vizsla, a Mandalorian, and Monstros, a Mandalorian turned bounty hunter. What a cool name, Monstros. Like, they really do nail it with some names in the series, the whole universe, Star Wars universe. It's a good one to have. You know, that was one of those random buys too, where wasn't even thinking about anything like that. Just saw Jango Fett and got it. Second printings, man. These are beat to heck. Totally glad they're in the collection. My buddy, JC Porter, bought this collection from him. He had these three in there and had to do some research, found out they're second printings, but you know, hey, I'm glad I have them. I remember when this came out, the comic book actually had a copy, but you know, like all kids back then, it was, you read it a million times. You just couldn't get enough of Star Wars when it first came out. Truly an epic piece of culture. But the first movie, like when this thing came out, it set the world on fire, man. Number 2 and number 3. Yeah, loved by somebody, man. They, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We'll give Alan one more little welcoming gift. So let's just open it. Yeah, man, it's just bringing back memories for some of you. It's definitely a classic moment in comic book history. I don't even care, second printing or whatever, but yeah, like, I mean, I get it. Like, a first printing, oh, dude, I don't even know how much those are worth. Let us know, Alan. You're my Star Wars guy now. All knowledge comes from you. This just brings back so many memories. I've mentioned in some other videos where I go through some not key issues, but like some number 1 issues in the short box shuffles. And it's like some of those, I can't even tell you what they're about, what's going on. Just no impact. But this right here, you will never forget. Man, it is such a blast from the past. You know, one thing that always stood out to me, and it's kind of weird, is how Darth Vader's like green right there. I don't know why, but I ain't hating on nothing Star Wars. So, Alan, welcome to the channel, my friend. It was a pleasure to meet you, and that's what's cool. Part of the channel is meeting people, getting ideas from them. So it sparked me to get into the Star Wars stuff that I do have and possibly go from there. So Alan, give me some things to chase, man. Totally enjoy it. Outro.